Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I needed to eat some food. I had a sandwich. Death should not have taken thee, Sarzac. Blah, 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 blah. But thank y'all for waiting around. Well, that was very disheartening.
We're being attacked!
Oh my goodness. Hey, Poe Collector. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
Velociraptor J, thank you for the resub. Let me get shout outs for these friends that are coming in. Oh my god, I literally just came back from a break. I'm so glad I came back when I did. Poe, thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to? Welcome in, everyone. I'm Sarzac. I'm a retro VTuber.
Thank you.
We're celebrating my birthday week this week, and right now we're playing Dragon Warrior, also known as Dragon Quest. Poe, how was your stream? What were you up to? And Jay, thank you very much for the where is that? Let's see. I saw Jay's resub. Yeah, thank you very much for the 39-month resub, Jay. I appreciate that a lot. And Professor Hammerrad, thank you for the gifted sub to Poe. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna get shout outs for Velociraptor J and Professor Hammerrad as soon as that cooldown is up. But it's good to see everyone. Welcome in. Oh, I literally just came back from a bathroom food break. Yeah, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Welcome in, Level Up Lady and Poison Bats. Welcome in. Actually, Raven, they already did made me fat. They've slimmed me down. So I was fat, but now I'm not fat anymore. What's good? More decoding language and chance of sonar. Oh, nice. Cool. Lots of sneaking today. Hell yeah. Oh wow, Thunder Drummer redeeming a free tier 1 sub. Do you want me to randomly give that to someone, Thunder, or do you have someone in mind you'd like to give that to? Oh. But yeah, Jay, how are you doing? It's good to see you as well. Oh my god, so much happened at once right there. But thank you for the birthday wishes. Let's see if I can get a shout out for Velociraptor Jane. Almost. But yeah, please check out these streamers. Please check out Poe Collector, Velociraptor J. They're awesome, awesome streamer friends. I actually found Velociraptor J a long time ago. Someone had shouted him out, and I saw that he'd been playing Phantasy Star 4, and I'm like, okay, instant follow. This person is awesome. Okay, random person. Okay. Hang on, I have to pull up my browser to do that. If I try to do it for my phone, Twitch wants like an extra $1 or $2 from me. I think that's because of Google. Right, so this sub I'm gifting is going to a random person courtesy of Thunder Drummer. There have been 2 of me here now. You're welcome, Poe. I hope the game is going well. Alright, so we're gonna give this to just a random.
Thank you.
Oh hey, Toaster Struder. They followed us last night. Cool. It went to a new person. That's awesome. That's awesome. I also saw Poison Bats in there. Let me do a shout out for Poison Bats too. Oh my goodness, we had Jay and Poison Bats and Poe Collector and Professor gifting a sub. Thank you very much. Oh. The gears are turning, Ramses. Oh goodness. Survive the new year, so it's something. One day I will stream again. Hope your stream has... Yeah, stream has been great, other than the fact that Dragon Warrior is Oh God, I forgot this game is like wading through molasses, or whatever. It's very good. I really like this game a lot, but just did 2 level ups and got the best vendor armor I could, and I still got killed by the dragon. So a little frustrating with that. Yes, I have not been able to. I haven't played it much. I have not been able to get past the electric gremlin. The electric gremlin just fucking owns me. But I can get up to him. That game is great. That game is great. I love that game. I think that's a great game. Gremlins 2 is awesome. I actually one day want to do a Gremlins marathon where I stream all the Gremlin games. I have Gremlins on Atari 2600. I have it for the 5200. I don't have a good way to hook up my 5200 to a capture card yet. And then there's some other Gremlins game. I'll give a shout out for Professor Hammerad. Oh God, sorry I'm burpy. I just ate a sandwich with some mustard on it, and had to come back and do all this talking. And Thunder Drummer, thank you for redeeming that sub. You're gonna get those points back because we reached the thing where people get points back at the end of the whole thing. So feel free to spend all your points. You're gonna get them back. So there's some Gremlins Game Boy Advance games. Or at least there's one. It's called Stripe versus Gizmo. It looks really interesting. You can play as either Gizmo or Stripe. Hey Bill, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, no, that keeps its weekly cooldown, Big Night. That keeps the weekly cooldown. Bill, shout out. All right, we're gonna go kill the golem. I know I can make the walk now with 2 levels higher, and the magic armor, so I know I can make the walk. And the golem is easy because you just put him to sleep and you just kill him. So we're going to do that, and hopefully along the way I'll get a bunch of XP. Because I'm sure I can get the dragon in my next level up. Thanks for the headbats. Ow. Thanks for the assault, Poe Collector, and Bimic, and Pig Knight. This is the first one. This is the original. I'm actually playing this on my childhood cartridge that I got when I was 9. Yes, this is the game with the famous, yeah, exactly. The famous slime sprite, yep. Arthur, come here. What are you doing? Arthur? I think the fact that I'm doing a marathon is starting to get to my corgis. They're like, okay, why is Dad not giving us attention? I might have to spend some time with them tonight and do some fun stuff. Also gonna need to make sure that starting tomorrow I take longer breaks so I can take them outside and, well, I mean, I've been taking them outside, but normally when I take the longer breaks I go outside and I play fetch with them. No, no slime. No. No. No, I said. No. Oh, goodness. How dare you leave her for a few weeks? Okay, Nocturne, have a good night. Thanks for the raid again. I hope you have a good rest of your night, friend. It's fun chatting with you all day. Nocturne Dustclaw, everyone. Please check Nocturne out if you haven't. Nocturne's awesome. We're gonna do this walk. Actually, let me see if I can beat up one of these assholes now. Oh, you're gonna cast stop spell? I guess you are. 22! It's like I didn't get level ups or armor upgrade. Cannot leave my cat for a few hours without being followed. I can't get up to do anything without my dogs following me around. Oh no, it's a metal slime. Looks like he's too cool for Snuggles, but if I leave the room without... Oh! Stomp on your keyboard. Oh, that's something I never put up with when I had cats. They were not allowed to be up on the computer desk. I got You know, there's one thing I didn't do in this town. There's two guards behind two doors here, two locked doors. I don't recall what they say, so I'm gonna go see what they say. Oh god. Yeah, okay, waste of a key. Waste of 2 keys. But, you know, I want to check something on my Twitch stuff. Okay. I was looking to see, yesterday we had a lot of people chatting in the channel when I was doing the MS Paint stuff. And I wanted to see if that brought us closer to new VIP badges or not, and no, it didn't. Heal? A skeleton cast heal on itself? Ah! Shame on you, Cyan. Shame on you. That scared me because I'm playing the game that sounds from. Give Cyan a shout out. Selna, thank you for the lurk. Good to see you, Cyan. How are you doing? Once again, I am a slime. Ow. Oh, hell yeah, we just killed that Wrath Knight with a single shot. Hell yeah. I don't even want to mess with these guys. You're welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Come on, metal slimes. Metal slime. Oh, what's this? Oh! Thou hast done well in defeating the metal slime. The experience increases by 115. Got my first and probably only metal slime kill. Easily. Easily. I can kill them easily. I'm trying to save the kingdom. They're in the way. Thank you for the Gigantify. Thank you for the GGs and the Gigantifies. Bat booty. Professor, have you seen the Sinry booty emote? Oh yeah, also if you missed it, we freed up we got a new standard emote slot earlier. And I decided to take an existing bit-only emote and make it for everyone with a tier 1 or higher subscription. So if you have a tier 1 sub, you now have access to this emote. Which I love that emote. That emote was actually done by the same artist that did Dot Level's VTube model. I think, if I remember correctly, they were doing a special on emote slots, and I think Dot like shared their emote their
Thank you.
Twitter status or something. This was a few years ago, and I'm like, okay, cool. They're doing a really good deal on this, and they told me at the time that it was one of the strangest emotes they've ever done, and I'm like, sweet. And Cyan, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the 5 months. Oh my god, if all the people could use your Prime on, you used it on me. Thank you. Let me do a big shout out for you. That gets us a little closer to the next goal, which is Me reading aloud an entire book. Green dragons are out here? Are you shitting me? These are final dungeon enemies. Wait, what is this maze? At least the enemies got weaker, but what is this maze I'm in? I don't remember this at all. I'm about to look at a map of the world. I shouldn't have to, though. What? Oh. Wait, no. That's... What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did it bring me here? Okay, looking at map. Long hair, don't care.
Thank you.
What? I could have peeked at something. What happened? Dot level. Dot level. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Thank you.
And thank you for the gifted subs. Oh my goodness. I'm very frustrated right now, Dot. So I was looking at a map and you sneak in, you tiny,
Thank you.
tiny little self. And thank you for the gifts. Everyone, I don't think Dot level needs an introduction, but if you have not followed Dot, do me a favor right now and follow
you.
Dot. Dot is the best. Thank you, Dot. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. We've been having a fun time tonight. I'm trying to beat this tonight. This is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. And I'm honestly a little frustrated with, oh, I'm not frustrated with that metal slime. Never mind, it ran away. I thought I would be able to take on the dragon at level 13, the one that guards the princess. And, like, I have the magic armor and everything, and it's just doing too much damage. Like, even if I just heal myself, it eventually, like, just kills me. So I'm trying to get to Cantillon right now to deal with the golem and everything. And apparently I took a wrong turn and it sent me back. So... yeah, what's the difference between this and the GBC version? If y'all didn't know, Dot actually is the has the second highest speed run of this game for the Game Boy Color. And she recently did a playthrough of this what was it, 2 weeks ago, I think, when you were doing your VTubing anniversary. Gain like quintuple experience and gold on the GBC one.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. A lot more experience. Okay. That kind of tracks. Is the GBC version, is that based on the Super Famicom version, or is it more like its own thing? Because the last time I played any version of this was the Super Famicom version about 2 years ago. And I don't remember it being this long or this difficult. It is based on that one. Okay, cool. And Queen Veronica, thank you for gifting us up to Dot. Thank you. That's very appreciated, friend. Give Queen a shouty too. We got these encounter rates. Yeah, I'm actually playing this on my my childhood cartridge. I got this game for free back in the day. There was a really cool Nintendo Power promotion. That's the mistake I'm making. That's the mistake I'm making. I don't come down into the marshlands here. We go up here. Ow! Ow! Bill, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits, friend. That's right. We go up here. And this takes me to the last town of Cantillon. I believe that's how you say it. Okay, so we need some no, actually, no, we don't need magic. Alright, let's see how this goes. Golem draws near. Quietly, Golem closes his eyes and settles into sleep. I don't want to kill something. That sounds so nice. I don't want to kill this guy now. He closes his eyes and settles into sleep. GBC is basically the same as Super Famicom, but it lags during play a lot. Text renders faster, and late game items heal you at half the rate. Okay, interesting. How close are we to... that's at 300 points, Selna, so... what is that? I think that puts us at 71 points. We can look at the things real quick. We'll look at the things real quick. Why is the portrait way down there? Oh, I see why. Okay, so yeah, the next one is at 250 points. That's where I'm going to read the Castlevania 2 book aloud for an entire stream and totally rip that off the AVGN. 275, we get to vote on new animated emotes, and then yeah, 300 points. 300 points is the maid outfit. Yeah. Okay, let me fight this boss. Okay, still asleep. I remember I fought this guy one time, and he was waking up almost after every turn. It was so frustrating. Because he hits like a truck. There we go. I have made some progress. Welcome to Cantlin, the castle town. Welcome to the Traveler's Inn. Room and board is 100 gold per night. Does thou want a room? Good morning. Thou seems to have spent a good night. I shall see thee again. We deal in tools. What can I do? I think you can get anything here. Yeah. Well, I do need some herbs. I'm trying to remember what the purpose of Cantillon is, though. Like, do we get something here, or is there information? Which, I mean, we'll find out in just a moment. It is said that the Dragon Lord has claws that can cleave iron and fiery breath that can melt stone. Does that still wish to go on? Yep. Thou art truly brave. Come buy my radishes. They are fresh and cheap. Buy thy radishes today. Welcome, we deal in tools. Yep. What should I get for dinner? I had a sandwich. I would say get a sandwich. I know nothing. Oh right, that guy gives you some information or something. My grandfather Wynn once had a shop on the east side of Hoskiness. Okay. I've already fought the knight. He killed me. It's said that many have held Erdrick's armor. The last to have it was a fellow named Wynn. Like Steve Wynn? The hotel guy? Oh no.
We're being attacked!
I don't want Erdrick's armor if he's had it. Hey, Gamers Uplink, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Sarzac. I'm a retro VTuber. We're doing a whole week of birthday stuff because it's my birthday. And right now we're playing Dragon Warrior 1 on the NES. I'm playing this on original hardware and everything. And we're kind of getting close to the end game, I think. But Gamer, thank you very much for the raid and the birthday wishes. What were you up to tonight, friend? What were you doing? I saw you're registered also with Zophar's Jankuary. Ultima Exodus for NES. How is that? I'm actually planning to play that in a few months. I love Ultima, and I am really curious about the NES ports because they look like JRPGs, but they're Ultima, and I'm like, oh my god, is this like Ultima as a JRPG? If so, that's got to be really cool. Hey, Dark Vex, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, how is that going? I'm actually doing a playthrough of Ultima 8 Pagan on my Friday nights. And I love Pagan. I know a lot of people don't. Ow! Ow! Oh, thank you. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Let me record those and the ones Bill gave a bit ago. Yeah, how's Ultima on NES? I love the Ultima games so much. I've never played the NES ones though. Will I buy some fairy water? Not yet. I need to see what else there is to buy here. I'm Nestor. Hey, where am I? No, don't tell me. Hey, Nestor, have you seen Howard lately? I totally forgot there was Howard and Nestor references in this game. Grandfather said he used to say that his friend Wynn had buried something of great value at the foot of a tree behind his shop. Oh, right, okay. Very scampy game, a lot of grinding. Yeah, I've heard it's very hard. Heard it's a very hard game. Ugh. See what this old guy has to say. It is said that Erdrick's sword could cleave steel. We deal in weapons and armor. That is, I wish to buy something. What do you have? Yeah, you've got garbage. Once you see a bridge, you grind. Yeah. Hey there, random gamer. Welcome in. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'll give you a shout out. How are you doing? Grandfather used to think that say that his friend Wynn had buried. Right, we know that. How many keys am I down to? I don't know if there's a key store here. Let's go this way first. To learn how proof may be obtained that thy ancestor was the great Erdrick, see a man in this very town. Right, it's 15. Oh, nice. What did you stream? Oh, and hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, let me know when you get your controller, and if you need some help setting up PSO, let me know. It's super easy, though. You just, you honestly just download the client and then register with Affinia, and you're good to go. Let us wish the warrior well. May the light be thy strength. Thou may go in search. From Tangential Castle, travel 70 leagues to the south and 40 to east. Right, and then we use the compass that we get from the princess to find that. 40 east. Oh, you played. Okay, okay. Did the boss rush, tried Dark Falls as a test to see if I could beat him on level 104, and yeah, I was able to. Nice, nice. Just had to map the buttons. Okay, cool. I didn't know you had a character already on Affinia then. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully we can play together at some point. I love getting, I love seeing people get back into PSO. It makes me so happy. Oh, you were playing a ROM hack. Okay, Return to Regol. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's talk to these two. Magic keys, they'll unlock any door. 100! No, I'm not buying your inflated keys. No, no, no. No, I'm dealing with inflation in real life. I don't need that shit in a video game. That's right, the flame sword and the silver shield. I forgot about these. I never get the flame sword, but you do kind of need the silver shield because it is the best shield in the game. You can just ignore the flame sword and just get Erdrick's sword. I don't think I would have played PSO if I didn't find your stream. Had you ever heard of PSO before, Queen? Hey, Darkvex, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Episode 1, 2, wow. You know that's worth some money. I think that version, and that's been my main version, because that's the version I had as a kid. I think that version goes for like around $250. Yeah. Yeah, I still have my copy too. The regular GameCube one, just episodes 1 and 2. That's a fairly common GameCube disc. You can generally find that between $30 and $45. That's not a hard one to get. Never had any interest. Okay, well, we got here. I can't say that this did too much, though, for me. What kind of monsters can we fight around here, though? This might be a good place to level. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I can kill this thing. Well, maybe. Ah, there. Okay, that's the damage I expected. And I'm dead. Thank you for the lurk, Selna. Thank you, thank you. And Melchior, thank you for the lurk, too. Oh, yeah? Are they hard to run away from, or? I don't remember these enemies being right here. Maybe if I go a little to the north, the enemies are maybe nope. Now, if I cross the bridge here... No, there's still... Okay, we still have these. I'm not fighting that. That's way too strong right now. And I'll die then. That's fine. Thou art dead. Alright, 1453. I do think I can probably... I do think I can probably do okay against maybe, say, the knights. Typically, you hate combat in MMOs. Oh, excuse me. UO and EQ had a lot of... Yeah, oh yeah, I can't speak to EQ directly, but as someone that's been playing Ultima Online since 1999, yeah, there used to be a tremendous amount of... There still kind of is a tremendous amount of negativity in that community, but it used to be really, really, really fierce. Because when the game came out, it became a massive PvP machine, to the point where even if you didn't want to participate in PvP, you'd have to, because the moment you step outside a city, you would get attacked by PKs, and that worked well enough for a few years, and then they realized that they could bring in more customers by making PvP consensual. So then they did the thing where they basically created a mirror image of the world, where one of the worlds was the PvP land, and the other world was about consensual PvP. If you didn't want to do PvP, you're automatically flagged not for PvP. And that created a huge amount of pushback from like the old player base that was like very pro PvP, very pro PKing non-consensual players, And that's never really kind of died down. You'll still see people complaining about it's called Ultima Online Renaissance. That was the name of the expansion that did that. I love UO, but there's always been a lot of negativity attached to it. And hey, new game, Pulsely, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Sorry, I didn't hear the alert go off for that. Hardcore PvP games have never been able to be profitable until, well, no one knew what UO was going to do. EA had no faith in it, and it was Origin and Richard Garriott forecasted, you know, we might be able to get 10,000 players. We might be able to, and I think within the first 6 months, it had over 200,000 players. So, like, everybody that was, like, running the game was like, holy shit, what is this, and what do we have, and how do we do it, you know? And it was the first big MMO, so, like, trying to figure out how people played and acted, like Richard Garriott, you know, he's something of an idealist. He thought people were going to play Ultima Online, and they were going to live like the Avatar, and follow the virtues, and be good citizens of Britannia. And no, no, they did not. They became murderous scumbags, murder hobos everywhere. The alert never went off. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Welcome in. Needs to be a balance between casual fun play for newbies and PvP hard play for vet. Yeah. Oh yeah, Garriott was, he could do no wrong in the eyes of his fans back then. He had a huge following, greatly respected. Now he's seen as something of a scam artist because of his antics over the last 15 years. He's still toying around with the idea of blockchain NFT gaming, which is really strange considering, like, nobody talks about that anymore. Oh, yeah, no, he is, if you know anything about Richard Garriott, he is an eccentric. He is an extreme eccentric. And he grew up in kind of a, I guess you could say he had a very sheltered upbringing because his father was an astronaut. And he's like a good 10 years older than me, and his dad was like an astronaut and everything. And he had like huge business success while he was still in high school because he wrote some of the earliest video game RPGs. But yeah, he had a very just deluded mindset towards UO whenever it launched. Hey, I don't like Jello. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? Online players always turn into troll. Nobody really kind of expected that with UO though. Like, it was just such an experimental game when it came out. Can we get a shout out for I don't like Jello, please? Yes, excellent move. Fuck yes. Get out of the way, skeleton. So Tabula Rasa, it was the science fiction game that Garriott was involved with I believe the developers of Lineage. I knew he sued the shit out of them and won. And used all the money he won from the lawsuit to fly into space. Yeah, this is Dragon Quest 1, yeah. Or Dragon Warrior 1 if you want to be technical, because that's what's on the label. down for servers that let you opt into PvP instead of being forced. Well, that's what they ended up kind of doing with UO, is that they had they basically just copied the world, because they also had a housing shortage in UO. Like, housing before the Renaissance expansion, like the tiniest house in the game, which was basically a one-room shack, you could sell on eBay for around $400 or $500. This is like 1999, 2000, and UO houses, tiny little shack houses, are going for like $400 or $500 because there were so many players and there was not enough housing land. So the idea was, okay, let's just copy the world. One world will be PvP, the way things are. The other place will be consensual. And then by just copying the world, instead of creating a new world, by copying it, we literally double the amount of real estate, and more people can place houses and have their houses, and, you know. Played Tabla Rasa for like 12 hours right before the servers shut down. What was that like, Alex? What was it like to play a game that died? Like, in its final hours. I've never done that. Boy, if you want to see something really haunting, really spooky, go to YouTube and look up videos of the Matrix Online shutting down. Matrix Online, it's an MMO, it's been gone for a long time. It was supposed to be a direct continuation of the sequels, and they had like a lot of story stuff and everything. But what happened when they shut down Matrix Online, the developers were treating it from like a in-story kind of perspective, that the machines were unplugging everyone. So when the servers shut down, thank you, Sarzac. Thank you for the bits. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the bits. Get a shout out for Sarzac. When the servers shut down, all of the characters kind of like begin to just levitate off the ground. They start twisting in like really inhuman ways that the body's not supposed to twitch in, like stretch and twist in, and then they all let out like these horrible screams and just basically just fall to the ground lifeless, and then the servers shut off. Like, it's really, really creepy. Go watch the end of the Matrix Online. A shout out for Sarzac. Thank you very much, friend. How are you? It wasn't on when they shut down, but it was an interesting game, just but not enough time to explore. Yeah, I was interested in trying Tabla Rasa because of Richard Garriott's involvement, but that game had a lot of scandals. Like, not with like players or stuff, but I think it was just like a bunch of questionable business stuff going on. We're gonna watch that next week, Pig Night. Got an email years back about it, and it was going to open before shutdown. At the end of FF14 1.0, also interesting. I wasn't there for it, but there's enough videos on YouTube that show it. I was in the beta of Tabla Rasa, so I've seen it very pre-baked. And hey, thank you for the birthday wish, this new game. Thank you. The actual birthday is on Saturday, but we're doing 12-hour streams every day until Saturday. So thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Now, the way they ended Ultima Online Beta was actually really cool. I wasn't playing Ultima Online Beta when this happened, but there's stories and screenshots. When they ended the beta test, they were, shutting down the servers, and, nobody was getting to keep their characters and everything, but they had an in-game event where the Guardian invaded the Ultima Online beta server, and basically, like, no matter where you were, you would hear the Guardian taunting you, and then just all of a sudden, like, demons, like, all over the world just started spawning infinitely until everyone on the server was dead, and then the server was shut down after that. Todd, do you know how much coffee I've had? I've had a good amount of coffee. I was feeling it really, really hard this morning because as soon as my stream ended last night, and my yesterday's stream was like really high energy too because I beat ET for the first time ever. I had a collab with a good friend. But when the stream was over, I just went on my bed and I passed out and I didn't wake up until like 4. And my feet were where my pillow is. So I was like not in a comfortable position. I went back to bed and I woke up later and I'm like, ugh. But I'm on like my 3rd or 4th cup of coffee right now. Doing okay, not feeling super great. I've been in, oh no, sir, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope tomorrow's a better day for you. I was afraid he was going to do that. I was just thinking I should hit him with stop spell. I was just thinking I should hit this asshole with stop spell, and now I'm dead. Okay, I'm gonna just grind where the gold men are. That's only 1,300 experience. That won't take too long. Part of me misses Vanguard was an MMO made by EQ creators who broke off. Yeah, there were several MMOs that kind of started that way. I remember there was one called Wild Arms, which was made by a bunch of ex-Blizzard devs that had worked on Burning Crusade. And I heard really good things about Wild Arms. I just didn't like the aesthetics of it. It had like this, I'm trying to think of a good phrase of this. It almost felt like a constantly silly, almost like Pixar kind of world. And I don't know. I just don't care for that kind of aesthetics. If I'm watching a Pixar movie, it's fine. I don't want to play a game where everything is like meant to be silly and comedic. Wait, did I say Wild Arms? No, Wild Arms is a JRPG series. What am I thinking of? It's not Wild Arms. The fucked MMOs. It was Wild something. It was Wild Stallion? There should be an MMO called Wild Stallion. I'd play it. Wild Star. Wild Star, that's what it was called. Yeah. Opened on June in 2014 and had gone free to play a year later. Yeah, that's not good. That's not a good sign. Yeah, Wild Star. Yeah, if I said Wild Arms, I got it wrong. Could download Growlancer on my Vita. Yeah, the Vita store is still open, which is awesome. The Vita store is still open. The PS3 store is still open. There are some really good deals on the PS3 store. You can get all 3 Mega Man Legend games on PS3 for $5 a piece. You can get one of the PlayStation 2 Castlevania games for like $10. Gradius 5 for $10. There's some really good deals on the Vita and PS3 store. As much as I dislike Diablo 4, I think the art style is great. I can't play a game if I don't like the aesthetics. Well, okay, I can take that back. I can play a game if I dislike the aesthetics, but the gameplay has to really, really grab me. Yeah, there's 3 Mega Man Legend games. Mega Man Legends 1, 2, and the Trombone game. There's no official Mega Man Legends 3. That was canceled, but there is a third game in the series, and it's the Trombone game. Which apparently is a rare game. When I worked at FuncoLand, I remember when that game came out, and we had like 4 copies. And I remember looking at it and just kind of grumbling to myself. I'm like, who is this Trombone, and why does she get her own game? Why does Dr. Wily not get his own game? Where's my Dr. Wily game? I want a game where you play as Dr. Wily, and you get to design like levels and robot masters and schemes, and it's basically would be a Mega Man like killing simulator game. Except you never win. You're not able to win it. You always lose the Mega Man. Trombone goes for around 90. Yeah, it's gotten a bit on the pricey side.
I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wily's hands.
I love that. I love Elmer Fudd, Dr. Light. I love Mega Man 8. Damn it, Mega Man 8 is awesome. And I remember I saw someone on a website bitching about Mega Man 8, and their major complaint was the fact that the robot masters have voices. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's like one of the best things. The robot masters in Mega Man 8 are hilarious. Clown Man comes out, you geeky! Yeah, I guess I'm gonna grind here. I like it whenever you go to fight Frostman, because sometimes they'll be like, what is it? Sometimes he goes, freeze, I will, and there's like a long pause. Beat you. Yeah, I was upset with Mega Man 11. I was so upset with Mega Man 11 when I got it, and I was playing the intro, and it's like, oh wow, okay, Dr. Wily has grievances that go back to Light to grad school. This is great. Because that's what grad school is about. Grad school is about developing lifelong grudges. When Dr. Light started speaking and he didn't sound like a drunk Elmer Fudd, I got super upset. I'm like, someone out there made the decision not to have Dr. Light sound like what he really sounds like. That's how I read his voice in any game. Oh, Mega Man. Dr. Wily is accepting the poison. Oh, God, I'm tired. We gotta beat this fucking thing, though. I don't know. This is gonna be a 12-hour stream. I'm not going over, because we still have 3 more days. If I don't beat it tonight, I beat it tomorrow. I remember a few years ago, oh, this is more than a few, this is like 10 years ago, I remember beating this game on a Saturday. I remember beating this game on a Saturday. Like, from beginning to end, I think it was like maybe 9 hours. I don't know, I feel that once we get to the next level, I'll be able to kill the dragon. And things will probably move a little bit quicker. Kill the dragon, which doesn't really get you much. It gets you the princess, which gets you the thing that tells you where you're at, which you don't really need. Hey, Retro Gaming. Yeah, Eldenwood. That's one of the Twitch teams I'm on. Eldenwood is a VTuber team for VTubers that are over 30. There's some really cool people in there, but yeah, everyone's over 30, so... Which I'm a bit over 30, so, you know. But hi, Retro Gaming. Welcome in. It's got some cool people in there. I've met some really awesome people. It's a good group. Meme where Dr. Light compares Mega Man to the Doom Cyber Demon. I don't know that one. There's a really funny YouTube video. It's been on YouTube since like almost the beginning. I think it's called Wily Does It Himself. It's a live action skit. It's got a guy dressed up as Dr. Wily, and he's frustrated. So like it starts off, he's talking with his accountant, and the accountant's like, "You're running out of money, Dr. Wily." And Wily just wants to kill Mega Man, and this guy is like, "Look, you're running out of money. You need to invent Hamburger Man." And Wily's like, "How the fuck is a hamburger going to kill Mega Man?" And the guy's like, "It has nothing to do with killing Mega Man. You would create Hamburger Man, mass produce him, and then put him, subcontract him to McDonald's to work in their kitchen to increase funding." And Wily just looks absolutely disgusted with this suggestion. Like, how dare you? Wily Does It Himself. Let me see if I can find this. I'll throw the link. Yeah, The Last Days of Dr. Wily. This was posted 17 years ago. This YouTube channel doesn't even have 700 subscribers. But this video has almost 300,000 views. This is Dragon Warrior, aka Dragon Quest. It was called Dragon Warrior when it was originally released here in North America because the name Dragon Quest was already being used by a tabletop RPG company. So until they were able to get the rights to that name, they called Dragon Quest here Dragon Warrior. Yeah, this was actually the first RPG I ever played. Nintendo published the game here in North America, and they expected the game to be as successful here as it was in Japan, which it was not. So they ended up doing a promotion for this game where if you either subscribed or resubscribed to Nintendo Power, they would send you a free copy of the game. And I had a subscription to Nintendo Power, and my parents were like, even though my parents didn't like video games, they were really keen to have me on a subscription to Nintendo Power because they're like, we need that dumb boy to read. He's got to learn how to read. Which is funny because I ended up getting degrees in literature. So whenever I saw like the commercial for this, I'm like, if we resubscribe now, I get a free video game.
Hydrate.
And they're like, oh boy, free video game. That's one we don't have to buy for him. And yeah, I'm playing on that same cartridge I got from that. Hey, level 99, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me hydrate real quick. See if we can kill this guy. Yeah, okay, cool. We brought the knight down. It's going really well. It's going really well. Let me get you a shout out. Didn't Dragon Quest have a monster called a Monster Collector in Game Boy Color? Yeah, it's called Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest Monsters. Yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon, but with the Dragon Quest stuff. I haven't played those, but I've heard they're really good. Isn't the opening museum thing in Mega Man and Bass? Yes. I love Mega Man and Bass. That game gets so much hate. To be fair, it's kind of deserved. But I love that game. Thanks, Cyclonus. I don't have any herbs. I need to go back and buy herbs.
He was a drifter, moving from town to town, robbing a gas station here, a grocery store there.
Yeah, the King stages and Burner Man. I feel Burner Man is the real first wall that people come up to in Mega Man and Base, because that is a really aggressive robot master. And his fight is weird because of the stage layout, and I don't think most people are used to that in a Mega Man game. I actually, even though I do think Burner Man is a pretty hard robot master, I don't think he's the worst one though. I think it's Dynamo Man. That healing mechanic he has is really, really bad. You've got to be prepared for that, and if you haven't played the game, or if you're going in blind or whatever, the first time he does that, it really just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, we can only do so much. But yeah, it's the King stage with the I don't even want to say it's like the hovercraft part. It's just the King stage is just really long. But I like Mega Man and Base quite a lot. I've beaten it with both characters on both versions, and let me tell you, the Game Boy Advance version is oof. A lot of the screen is cut off to accommodate the Game Boy Advance display. Does it? You know what game I was looking at? I'm probably actually going to get the mastery sometime next week, because the set is so easy. Is Ninja Turtles on NES. I played through that for retro achievements on Sunday, because I was planning to play it on Monday, and I just kind of needed like a refresher, because it's been about 7 or 8 months since I played through that last. And I was looking at the retro achievements, and they're all super reasonable, super easy. Granted, you have to beat Ninja Turtles, and a lot of people, it is a hard game. It is a pretty hard game. Not for me. I never beat that. I never beat that until April or May of last year. That was a game I could never beat as a kid. I could always get like really close to the final door where Shredder was, but never could quite get there. The last level I don't think is very fairly designed. It's almost intentionally designed for you to stock up with the scroll weapons. You want to play? Oh no, you don't want to play Battletoads. I don't like Battletoads, and I like hard games. I like hard NES games, and I've beaten some hard ones. I've beaten Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. I don't like Battletoads though. I don't like that game. I respect anyone that can beat it, because it is obviously not easy. But I don't like that game. Eventually you're going to tackle the Battletoad set. Oh god. You'll be able to get it. You'll be able to get it. I know several people that made it their goal to sit down and learn Battletoads, and every single one of them that sat down to learn the game was able to beat it. Not played Battletoads. I dread the day because it'll happen someday. No, you can probably avoid Battletoads at this point if you haven't played it yet. It's funny how old. Oh god, that drives me up a wall. New game. That drives because sometimes they don't move. Sometimes it's like the old lady at like the grocery store who's got like 50 coupons and is paying with a check. And has to tell the cashier about all 17 of her great-grandchildren. And you're just like, move. Get out of here. They just won't do it. But there's a game on Game Boy. It's Final Fantasy Adventure, the first mana game. You can actually kill the NPCs that block your way. If they're blocking your way, just attack them. They'll die. And then you're free to move on. They come back. They come back if you like leave the city and re-enter. They'll be back, so they're not like permadead. But you can temporarily kill them to get them out of your way. Who the hell pays with checks? Elderly people still do. I actually had somebody that wanted me to pay them in check a few weeks ago, and I'm like, I don't have any checks. I'm like, I'd have to order checks from my bank. I don't have checks. They settled on me going to the ATM and getting them the cash, which was quicker than would have been giving them a check. So I don't understand why they wanted a check. No, don't attack here. You tried Final Fantasy Adventure. My first mana game was Sword of Mana. Didn't enjoy it. Oh, well, yeah, Sword of Mana is actually a remake of Final Fantasy Adventure. So, yeah, you played the more modern, the more advanced game before playing the original, so that's probably why. I like Final Fantasy Adventure a lot, though, and I like Sword of Mana. I think they're both great games. Oh, shit. Let's hope it kills him. Want a game where you can knock out NPCs when they respawn and come back. That's funny. Death should not have taken thee, Sarzac. Well, you know what, dude? I'm trying to get your daughter back and your kingdom under control. Don't be snippy with me. I'll give thee another chance. Oh, I appreciate it so much, Your Majesty. Fucking sassy king sitting here in his throne room. All right, I can't deal with the knights right now. They're just too strong. It's encouraged to kill NPCs in Octopath Traveler. Who made Octopath? Alright, I'm just gonna grind out this one area. I don't have any choice. I have no choice. Square published it. Okay. Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. I haven't played it myself. It's the origin of the HD 2D stuff. Interesting. One of the most beautiful games I've ever played. Game's hard for me. Consider Bravely Default real Final. When did Final Fantasy stop being real Final Fantasy? Pig Knight. I'm gonna be the devil here. I'm gonna get you to say something controversial. Oh, I don't think that's controversial. Okay, I think you're good. I think you're good. I've heard way more people criticize 13 than praise it. I haven't played it. I want to play it at some point. Dark Meg says 10. 10 was the last mainstream Final Fantasy I beat. I had started a playthrough of 12 when it came out, and I really liked it, but I just didn't keep with it. I got busy in college, and then I unfortunately got sucked into World of Warcraft. But we don't talk about the dark times. So these guys are pretty kind of strong for here. Yeah, I think 9 was very much a return to like traditional Final Fantasy in a lot of ways, while you know, keeping the then, you know, advanced graphics and that style of storytelling and, you know, 9's a lovely game. Yeah, last one by Sakaguchi. Because after that is when he left Square and he ended up working for Microsoft to make Lost Odyssey, right? I need to go back and finish Lost Odyssey. I had picked that up because you know, I've been a PlayStation person since PlayStation 1. They just won me over from Nintendo. And briefly I went onto the side of Xbox because I was really grouchy with some things that were done early on with the PS3. So I got a 360. And when I found out that Sakaguchi did Lost Odyssey as an exclusive game for Xbox, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. But the same thing happened. I picked it up and got busy with life. Our RPGs from that era are so, they're so long, and so many of them like to be movies. Like, cutscenes are cool and all, but I really think in the PS2 era, cutscenes in RPGs were just done so excessively. Like, take Xenosaga. Xenosaga is awesome. until you get the 45-minute cutscene that you have to sit through, that you can't skip, that then throws you into a really difficult dungeon or boss fight in which you lose, and then you have to reload your save file and watch the 45-minute cutscene again. That is so dreadful. Yeah, FF6, absolutely, yeah. He also did Blue Dragon, yeah. Never owned an Xbox. Wish I had a GameCube when it came out just so I could play the best Fire Emblem games. I have played Lance of Radiance GameCube Fire Emblem. It's very good. Did not finish it. Only played it for the first time a few months ago. This 2 of Xenogears, aka we ran out of our budget. Can you skip cutscenes in Xenogears? There's not all PS2 RPGs can you skip the cutscenes for. Some of them were downright mean with unskippable cutscenes. You did? Okay. I haven't touched it in a long time. I must be thinking of something else then. I do remember Xenosaga has very long cutscenes though. You can't intend. Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with. Just I know just like a lot of RPGs went off the rails with lengthy cutscenes, and some of them you could skip and some of them you couldn't. What's your favorite Xenosaga, Wicked? Yeah, the GameCube Fire Emblem games go for what, around $200-300 now? Big problem with JRPGs is that in Japan a conversation is one side. It's a cultural thing. Yeah, it's also a way. It's also something fucking Westerners should do. I despise trying to have a conversation with someone, and then they or somebody else just comes in and just starts speaking over me. I'm just like, okay, what the fuck ever. You don't care what I have to say. I'm done. Moving on. You got too much shit to do in my life. GameCube 300. Oh. Third one. That's the one I haven't played. I picked up a copy. I still have my copy, but I didn't get through 2. I got to a boss in Xenosaga 2 that really that I raged quit the game on. I'm not gonna lie. I raged quit Xenosaga 2. I don't remember too much about it. I remember it was like this crazy religious lady, and she was like at the top of this tower that you're ascending. Something like that. I don't remember much more than that. You probably know who I'm talking about, Wicked. I remember liking Xenosaga until I got frustrated with the battle system. Hey, Kirby boy. Oh, there's a okay. That also probably. I don't like time limits. I don't like time limits. If I'm playing a fighting game, and if I'm, playing it on the computer, I turn off time limits. I don't want a time limit if I'm playing a fighting game, if I'm doing the computer. I'm the only one that has consciousness. I'm the only one that the opinion matters for. I don't want a game to just arbitrarily end because of a stupid time limit. 2 was the weakest entry. That's what a lot of people have said about Xenosaga 2. I've toyed with the idea of streaming those. I don't know. The cutscenes are too long. And over the years, I've come to care less and less about story in RPGs and more about like battle systems and gameplay mechanics and stuff. What does Lightning Returns do with time limits? I've never played any of the Final Fantasy 13 games. Oh, I love Xenogears. I've gone through Xenogears several times. I will definitely stream that before I do Xenosaga. Yeah, Xenogears is great. I don't know what that means, Pig Knight. I've not played Majora's Mask. Whole game is under a time limit. What does the time limit affect? Does it just affect the ending, or does it affect your ability to finish the ending? Is it like Castlevania Simon's Quest, where if you take forever and kill Dracula, you still kill Dracula and get an ending, but you watch Simon Belmont have a heart attack and die on Dracula's grave? Is it like that, or is it like time limit has passed up, you've just found Dracula, and you just outright die before getting to attack Dracula? Is it? I'm curious about this now. They don't expect you to beat the game on the first playthrough. Oh, it's like Groundhog's Day. Okay, all right, that makes more sense. I'm gonna admit something. This is one of my unpopular gamer opinions. I have like 3. This is one. This is like tied for like number 1. I didn't really like Ocarina of Time, so I never really got into some of the immediate 3D Zeldas after that. I respect it. I think it does a lot of really cool things. It's just, I'd rather play Link to the Past. I'd rather play Link to the Past. I've played Wind Waker. I really like Wind Waker. I played that one all the way through. I like that. I tried, what is it, Breath of the Wild? No, that's the one I want to play, because you can have shirtless Link in that, and yes, please. What's the one? Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess. I've tried that one for the first time a few months ago. I want to go back to that. I really like that. But I hope I don't upset anyone by saying that. It's just Ocarina of Time was not for me. You know what else isn't for me? This is my other big gamer opinion. I don't like Metal Gear Solid. I don't like it. I wish Kojima would make a fucking movie and just make his movie, because he clearly wants to make a movie. Alright, now that I've offended everyone. Sarzac doesn't like Ocarina. He doesn't like Metal Gear Solid. He's a fake gamer. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm also indifferent to Pokemon, so take that. I don't like stealth in any game. I am okay. Well, this was my thing with Metal Gear Solid. I remember playing that for the first time. We got it at FuncoLand. My manager was super excited. I'm like, oh yeah, like the old NES one. And we fire it up, and you're playing as Snake, and it's got this great voice acting going on. And you're like in this base, and there's like these stormtroopers. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight the stormtroopers. And no, you're supposed to just hide from them. That's not exciting. I don't want to hide from the stormtroopers. I want to kill them. I want to kill them. They're horrible fascist stormtroopers. I want to kill them. Oh, sea cat. You had to invoke Bubsy, didn't you? But no, I know those are also two really beloved games, and they're important games, and they're significant games. So I try not to be like, you know. They do some things I really like. The fight with Ganon at the end of Ocarina is so cool, and it's done so well. I'm not even really having to heal myself anymore. Had the first good fishing game on the It did. The fishing game was good. I liked that a lot. Look, my opinion on N64 games is weird. I'll criticize Ocarina of Time, but boy, let me play one of the Castlevania 64 games, and I'm just super happy. I do love the 64 Castlevanias, though. I do really love those games. Never played Quest 64. Never played it. I need to pick up a copy. It's pretty cheap. Able to port over Persona Portable on my Vita. Have you played through? Have you ever played through Persona before New Game? I'm actually planning to play through Persona 1 for the first time ever, probably in a few weeks. I've tried it before. That game is very, very hard. Ocarina is the only reason I got a 64. I absolutely despise the Castlevania. I love the Castlevania 64 games. I understand why people don't like them, though. I actually got, well, I got an N64 shortly after it came out. Not like the first month or so. When did Mortal Kombat Trilogy come out for the N64? Well, it says September 1st, but that's before the 64 came out, right? Okay. The PlayStation Trilogy had a earlier release than the N64. Okay, I see. Okay. N64 Trilogy came out on November 12th, 1996. Okay. I got my N64 like shortly after that came out. I got that, and I got Mario 64 with it. And I had a friend down the street that had a PlayStation, and I was getting to see really cool PlayStation games all the time, like Resident Evil and Twisted Metal, and I knew that Final Fantasy VII was going to be PlayStation, but I was still really, really wanting to stick with the 64. And I I got Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which I was really big into Mortal Kombat at the time. And I was really miffed with the N64 port of it because it had a whole bunch of characters that were not in that port of Mortal Kombat Trilogy that were in the PlayStation version. And a lot of these were like boss characters that had never been playable before, like Goro. I think Shao Kahn had been playable in 3 through like codes. But like Goro, Kintoro, a couple other characters. So I was like really, really like bummed out over that. So I kind of started making the decision, you know what, I think I'm going to get a PlayStation. But I just spent all my allowance money on a 64 and everything. So lo and behold, I was taking computer science, a computer programming course at the time in high school. And the teacher, who I had the hots for, I forget how she found out, but she found out that I wanted to get rid of my 64 to get a PlayStation. I think she might have overheard me talking to someone, and she's just like, I want to buy your 64. And I'm like, oh, is there some extra credit I can help with that? But no, she ended up buying my N64, and I used the money for that to get a PlayStation. And that's how I kind of went from Nintendo to PlayStation. But I ended up getting a 64 a few years later when I worked at Funko Land. When Legacy of Darkness came out, that's when I got a 64 again. It was not the right time to transition to 3D, and the 64 was the wrong choice for the time. Complete the OG Persona 3 on. Sadly, I won't ever play Persona 1 because I don't like the first-person battle dungeon. Fair enough. That first-person exploration is one of the things that makes Persona 1 really hard, because it's really easy to lose your place in the dungeon. I love the 5th generation of consoles, though. There's so much weird experimentation going on. And everyone was trying to have like the next big system. You know, you got weird stuff like the Jaguar and the 3DO and the CDI. All these weird things coming out. And I remember when Sony said, hey, we're going to make a PlayStation. Not a lot of people paid it much attention. It was just like, oh, another company's trying to get in on this. You know, they're not Sony's not going to be able to stand up to Nintendo or Sega, you know. And look what happened. It was a really interesting time in the gaming industry, just because there were so many, you know, so many transitions going on, like from 2D to 3D and from cartridges to CDs and. N64 could have had such nice JRPGs. You know what has a JRPG on it? I've never played this, but the 3DO has a JRPG. Like, here's the thing: the 3DO has like some exclusive Japanese games. Like, there's a Sailor Moon fighting game. I have a copy of that. I've streamed it before. It's pretty bad. But there's a JRPG on the 3DO called Lucian's Quest. Little did they realize that Sony had its media library for games. I also like to think that Sony also had a large amount of spite for Nintendo at the time, which motivated their success. Sony was really pissed off over that whole Nintendo PlayStation thing. Remember the Sailor Moon RP? Yeah. Have I watched Sailor Moon Crystal? No. I've only watched the original Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon R, which I really liked. I really, really liked both of them, but I didn't keep up with the series after Sailor Moon R. Which one was Crystal? Was Crystal part of like the original run, or was it like a newer series? Where's my level up? Oh, it's a retail. Okay, neat. How is it? Now, next week on our Discord movie nights, one of the things we're watching, I'm finally going to sit down and watch the first episode of Overlord, which I've been told that the main character in that show is basically me as it relates to Ultima Online. Big Knight, if you're still there, can you explain that again? Yeah, how exactly is he me? Like everything? That's vague. Like, he's not cute. I'm cute. Alright, it's clear I'm not gonna beat this tonight. I am killing this fucking dragon, though. Just so everybody knows, I haven't really done too much or talked about the birthday subathon too much today. But the next 3 days, I'm going to be doing 12-hour streams. They're going to start at noon my time, go until midnight. Tomorrow, I'm basically just going to kind of be doing the same, just playing, you know, I'm going to try to finish this, and if I finish this, there's a bunch of NES, SNES, arcade, Genesis games I want to kind of play through. We'll see what happens. On Friday, at 3 o'clock my time, my friend Pandemonia VT is going to be doing a collab with me, and we're going to be playing... What is this game? It's like a Secret of Mana game. It's very much inspired by Secret of Mana. What is this called again? Arcane something? Let me see. Shrine's Legacy. Shrine's Legacy. We're going to be playing Shrine's Legacy. We haven't been able to do a collab in over a year. She's been very busy. She, for most of, for a good bit of 2025, she was doing her Twitch partner push, which she got. And we're going to be playing that for a few hours. And then on Saturday, which is my actual birthday, Finley Fish is going to join me at the beginning of the stream. And we're going to play a Resident Evil game I've never played before. The hungry eyes that want to feast on souls. Z, have you seen this new emote, by the way? This is an emote I moved from bit rewards to tier 1 subscribers earlier today. I'm so happy with this emote. You want to talk about eyes? Check this out. I love this. I love this emote. Isn't it the best thing ever? That has been a bit reward emote for like a year. At like a high level of bit stuff. Like people that throw bits at me like every freaking day. Only 2 people have ever had access to it, and neither of them ever use it. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna move this. This emote's too good to just not get used. Oh, so it's me whenever I go into tour mode, which is whenever I load Ultima Online. Hey everybody, let me walk you around my village. Let me tell you the story of what we RP'd 20 years ago. Oh goodness, which Gundam are you working on? I feel like I'm in-game, but I haven't even rescued the princess yet. We're working on that, though. I moved way up to... I need to move down here. There we go. There's something with some XP. We're killing the dragon tonight. Oh, tall geese. Hell yes. That's one that I actually know. Was Wing your first Gundam Z, or? Even has a full RP build to the Space Stats Dwarf. You know, part of my character's build is RP Pick Knight. And I'm still very powerful. Yeah, Wing was my first Gundam too. When I was into VHS fan subs back in the 90s, that was a really popular one people were trying to get episodes for. That intro, the Japanese intro to the show, I don't know if the English intro is any different, but God, I still love watching that intro. That is such a good intro. Oh my god, I keep wanting to hear the noise that plays when you get a level up. They're not giving me that noise. Yes, just communication. It's so good. It's so good. And nope. How many of you have ever seen an anime? I feel like it's not well known anymore, but I see it get mentioned on Twitch a decent amount. How many of you have ever seen Visions of Escaflowne? Oh yeah, I know Zex is basically a Char clone. Yeah, I knew that. Even back then, like, people knew who Char was. And they were like, yeah, Zex is basically the Char of this series. Even though he kind of is and isn't in a lot of ways. Char is a really complex character. Yeah, I have that same box set, Z. I actually found because I actually had misplaced the mech a few years ago, and I couldn't find it, and I actually came across the mech a few weeks ago. It was with a whole bunch of other toys that I had just kind of put in a little storage bin. I'm like, oh, it's my Escaflowne mech. I've been wanting to do a Discord movie night of Escaflowne. I love that show. So what is the anime genre when someone from the real world gets teleported to some fantasy world? Is that Isekai? I mean, I still think of it as fucking C.S. Lewis Narnia, but I know there's a whole, it's a whole like subgenre in anime and manga to the point that it's overused excessively. Yeah, I wish that would die. As a subgenre, I get so tired of that. Because most of the time it's not even necessary. Like Inuyasha, I loved Inuyasha. The character from the real world was not necessary to the story of Inuyasha. Get rid of her. Get rid of that whole, oh, I'm from the real world thing. Get rid of her. But basically that's what happens. You have a character from the real world, ends up in sort of this fantasy, yet there's like, it's kind of like Final Fantasy VI in a lot of ways. It's a clearly fantasy world, but there's like remnants of kind of like really primitive, like sci-fi, like steam-powered mechs and stuff like that. And part of, I can't go into great detail because talking about the villain is a huge spoiler because of who he is. And it's a giant what the fuck moment when you find out who the villain of Escaflowne truly is. Let's just say he's from the real world too. But it's got very beautiful art to it. The writing is really good. The characters are great. It's a really good show. Oh god, Ronin Ward, long time ago, yeah. I'm about to go back to the king just to see how much freaking XP I need for this level up. Isekai, alright. Wasn't Robotech on Toonami for a little bit? I want to say I remember Robotech was on Toonami for a bit. Maybe that was before Dragon Ball Z was, but I want to say it was around the time that Sailor Moon. I'm pretty sure it was early Toonami. Because Toonami was several years before Adult Swim started. Like, Toonami... I was in high school when Toonami started. I was well out of high school whenever Adult Swim started. Oh, maybe it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, too. Boy, what happened to that channel? You remember how popular the Sci-Fi Channel was just with so many people, and then like almost overnight it fell into obscurity? Yeah, Sippy. I had a couple friends from my hometown that were very much Trekkies. Like they were literally card-carrying members of Star Trek fan clubs, and they identified as Trekkies, and they wore like Trek outfits to Trek conventions and everything. And I remember whenever Sci-Fi Channel changed its name. There we go. There's my level up. There it is. They were so angry over that rebranding. They were like, I'm not going to call it Stiffy. It is still the Sci-Fi Channel to me. Ow! Ow, Rico! Ow! Thank you for the 145 bits, Rico. Thank you, friend. That actually is going to get us another point on the thing. Let me update it. We're now at 230 points. Thank you, friend. 20 points away from the next big goal. Sweet. All right, let's see what happens. Thy power increases by 8. Yes. Thy response speed by 7. Yes. Daily Necromancer lore. Most necromancers prefer skeletons over zombies simply because when they do have a task, to do, no skin off their back. Thy maximum hit points by 7. Yeah, that's all right. Maximum magic by 6. Let's go kill a dragon. Oh, yeah, it's been throwing me off, too. And yet their business still would have eventually fallen into obscurity because, honestly, who has cable anymore? I was a cable holdout, and I kept my cable until they took the one thing that I cherished away from me. When they took away my Zach Bagans Ghost Adventures, I was done. That's when I cut the cord. You take away my Ghost Adventures, you're not getting my money anymore. And they did. And did I sign up for Discovery Plus? No. No, I still watch Mr. Bagans through other undisclosed means.
That's a good reason.
reason why the jump button should not be up. Why can't it be one of the fucking buttons? Having the fucking up button jump is fucking fucked up.
Face it, breakfast is ruined.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast is ruined. We're actually on our way to go ruin this dragon's breakfast. Now, what's nice about the level is that I could conceivably probably defeat the Dragon Lord in another 4 to 5 levels. You don't have to be at level 20 to kill him. You can be at level 18. It's really hard to kill him at level 18. And frankly, sometimes it's just luck. But you can kill the Dragon Lord at level 18. I cut cable after I moved back in fall of 2021, yeah. I forget when I did it, but it was whenever Discovery bought Warner Brothers, and they moved everything to their Discovery Plus thing, and it's like, no, I don't think so. That was the one thing that's the one thing that was keeping me on cable. When they took that show away, they left all these like D-level ghost shows. There was this one terrible ghost show. It had 2 hosts. One was like and this is a ghost hunting show, so his religious background is important, I think. One was about an atheistic New York cop who had once been a member of one of the crime families, and the other was the other co-host of this show was this very emotionally upset psychic woman who took everything super personally, but she was a psychic. So she and the atheistic cop would work together. She would tell this guy who doesn't believe in spirits and ghosts what the spirit and ghosts were telling her, and he would follow up on them, even though he's like, I don't believe in this shit. It was so bad. It was such a bad show. I'm like, I am not keeping cable for this. Alright, you fucker. I do have a key, right? Oh my god, I have 1 key. That's right, you better run the fuck away, magician. Thou art brave indeed to rescue me, Sarzac. I am Gwaine, daughter of Lorik. Will thou take me to the castle? Princess Gwaine embraces thee. Alright, before I bring you back to your father, we're going to the inn. And it's not the fucking like Ritz Carlton either. This is the Motel 6 Inn. See, it's only 6 gold. We're at the Motel 6. I'll keep the light on for you. Alright, now I'll take you to your father. I'm done with you. Forever shall I be grateful for the gift of my daughter. Return to her home, Sarzac. Accept my thanks. Now, Gawain, come to my side. Gawain whispers, wait a moment, please. I would give a present to Sarzac. Please accept my love, Sarzac. Even when we two are parted by great distances, I shall be with thee. Farewell, Sarzac. Wilt thou tell me of thy deeds, so they won't be forgotten? Yes, save. Thy deeds have been recorded on the Imperial Scrolls. Does thou wish to continue playing? Yes. Goodbye now, Sarzac. Take care and tip not the fates. Gwaelin's love. I'm pretty sure she has a different sprite here than what she had in the prison. Does thou love me, Sarzac? Nah, I'm just using you to get on the throne. But thou must. Does thou love me, Sarzac? Thou must. Yeah, alright, I love you. Let me go. I got shit to do. I'm so happy. Alright, bye. Booty call done. So I'm definitely not beating the game tonight, but there's really just 2 things I have left to do before the Dragon Lord's castle. One is trying to defeat the knight in the ruined city, and the other is getting the token or the item that Gwaelin's love is going to help me figure out where it's at. So I'm going to try to do both of those before we end the stream. But, phew, okay, we killed the dragon. That's something. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can just cut through right here. Yeah. Right? You had to know how to read to play this game. I'm gonna get the thing first, and then I'm gonna come back and challenge the knight. Two hits to kill a Wyvern. Nice. Oh, I was the same way, Renegade. These dudes were scary. And then the later versions of them that can use magic, oh my god, they're as bad as coming across the red dragon. I could probably, like, competently fight those guys now, but I am kind of in a hurry. I also do want to preserve as much healing stuff as I can, since I will try to hit the destroyed town. I'm probably not going to have any luck there, but I might as well try, you know. Actually, yeah, let's give this guy a shot. Let's see how we do with knights now. They're still hitting pretty hard. Okay, so we're going to use Gwaelin's Love here. I don't remember exactly where this is. Sarzac searched the ground all about, but there was nothing. Really? Okay, stop with the one-stop attacks. This is too much. To the west, okay. Where there are at my castle lies 728. Was it west or east? I wrote this down. Oh, it's 70 south, 40 east. Oh, this isn't right. You think you're cute. You think you're cute. Wait until I knob on one of those Lalafells. Sarzac discovers the Erdrix token. If I would take the Erdrix token, I must discard some other item. Does I wish to have the Erdrix token? Yes. What shall I discard? Get rid of the torch. I don't need a fucking torch. I'll just drop the torch and obtain Erdrix token. Now this, I believe, we showed to some crotchety person in coal. Renegade, yeah, I'm gonna ban you for that shit. Get that out of here. That's fucking cursed. I don't need that shit in my life. So we're gonna go back this way. Ooh, metal slime. Metal slime wanted nothing to do with me. Jeez. Do I stink that bad? I don't want to use any of the herbs. Isn't that emote great? God, I'm hungry. That was my first animated emote. And it was caused by that Record of Lodoss War game. Alright, we're gonna try here. Yes! Yes, it was! I was so mad at Golem and, oh, what's his fucking name? The Foo Fighter guy? David Grock? David Glock? No, Gruel. Gruel. Yeah, David Grohl. Yeah, I was so mad at David Grohl. And Golem. The Star Weaven's not gonna even let me into the town, is it? It's just here to say, fuck you, you don't get to be here. It's this tree right here. So you want to stop spell this guy? Probably not gonna beat this guy, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat him. He's out damaging my heals. Oh sweet, yeah, keep trying to cast sleep. I did it! I did it! Oh, when I was playing Golem, Bill, on New Year's Eve, there was this NPC that Golem teams up with an NPC for stuff, and he looks like David Grohl. Here, let me find a picture of the NPC, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, that's David Grohl. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What was the name of this character? He had a weird name because he's not actually. Let's see. Yeah, let me go to the One Ring Wiki. I'm sure it'll be there. What was this guy called? The Grashnag. The Grashnag, that's what he was called. Here, I'm going to pull up a picture. You're going to be like, oh my god, that is so David Grohl. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so I got the picture. Let me pull up David Grohl. Yay, we beat the boss. Sweet. Alright, so yeah, here's David Grohl from Golem. Doesn't that look like David Grohl? So David Grohl. Queen says no. I think it looks like David Grohl. I know, right? It looks exactly like him. Let me search and get my treasure. Sarzac searched the ground all about. Sarzac discovers Erdrick's armor. Oh no, you can't. Can I return? Okay, cool. Well, I mean, he has been living in Mordor. You have to cut him some slack. He has been living in Mordor. Oh, and the story is, Queen, is that the Lotus War Dreamcast game just really made me angry. There's not too much of a story there. It's just, it was a really frustrating game that was otherwise have been a really good game, but a lot of questionable design decisions kind of fouled up, in my opinion. I mean, since they're making a movie of Golem, the Golem movie, do you think they'll cast David Grohl to play that character? Does David Grohl do acting? Alright, we've got one more thing to do. You want to go for it. Alright. Killed the green dragon. We killed the Axe Knight. We got the token of Eredrick. So now I can get... There's a shrine to the west of Cole I need to go to. And then one south of Rimladar. We actually, when I played Warhammer, we did have a guy in our group that looked exactly like David Grohl. To the point, I didn't know who David Grohl was. I just, people in the group kept calling him Grohl. And I'm like, that's not his real name. His real name's like Andrew. And they're like, no, we call him that because he looks like David Grohl. And I'm like, who the hell is David Grohl? They're like, you know, Foo Fighters. I'm like, oh, I know who the Foo Fighters are, but I don't know, like, the individual band members. And, like, so I pulled up a picture of David Grohl, and I'm like, yeah, this guy looks like David Grohl. Alright, so there's a shrine over here. There's no reason to get murdered, Magic Drakey. Thou hast brought the harp. Good. I've been waiting long for one such as thee. Take the treasure chest. Thou hast found the staff of rain. Okay. Oh, hey Poncho, thank you for the bits, friend. Thank you. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How have you been? Record that. I was playing Elder Spire and lurking. You're suddenly talking about Gruul. I think that character looks like David Gruul, and that's all I could think of when I was playing Golem. Was having David Grohl, like you should go back and check out the stream. I'm constantly yelling at him. I'm like, no, David Grohl, go here. No, David Grohl, do that. Damn it, David Grohl. Thank you, Poncho. Thank you, friend. How are you doing? Right. Let's go get this. And yeah, I'm not beating this tonight. I still need 4 to 5 more levels. But we have basically, other than one little thing I have to do, we basically have done everything. Shit, am I going to be able to make the bridge to the Dragon Lord's castle? $12 more to go. Not for this. This shouldn't have more than 3 or 4. This is so much longer than I remember it being. So much longer. Also, I went up, John. Let me give you and Poncho shout outs. Yeah, this is the very first Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest game. This is actually my childhood cart I'm playing. But I thought this would be a fun game. I thought I could beat this game in about 6 to 8 hours. Oh boy, was I wrong. This is why I don't speedrun anything. I never get, like, my time estimations right. Yeah, hell yeah, that Warlock needs to get the fuck out of here. I'll fucking stab him. Get rid of this dog person. I like doing deathless runs. Deathless runs are fun. They're satisfying when you pull off, because you're like, okay, I pretty much have mastered the game. I mean, you haven't like truly mastered it, right? Because you probably took damage, but I don't have the patience to play a game for 5 to 6 months to do it damageless. I would rather deathless more games in that time period than deathlessing. I also think that if you play a game so much that you deathless it, you probably have played it to the point where it's not fun anymore. Oh, thank you, Poncho. I'm actually going to play Mega Man 3 tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully do that deathless. I deathless that on stream, that and Mega Man 4, back in November. I was pretty surprised, because Mega Man 4 is hard. I don't know. I haven't thought about doing any of the Metroidvanias deathless yet, Ramses. Symphony of the Night is the one I would start with, though, just because, well, some of the later ones are mean, like Ecclesia. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to do Ninja Turtles tomorrow too. We'll just see. There's a lot of games to do. I definitely underestimated how long Dragon Warrior would take. But yeah, this is a good. I like this game quite a lot. It's definitely a product of the time, but it's also really awesome just because it's pretty simple, and that simplicity I think is a large part of the charm here. All right, so there's the second shrine. The hardest game that I've done deathless so far has been Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Oh my god, leave me... Goldman! Oh shit, the stream is now over 12 hours. I'm gonna have to break this one up for YouTube. Last night, I ended the stream at 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 28 seconds. Enough time for me not to have to break it up for YouTube. YouTube has a silly policy, and they will not let you upload any streams or any videos longer than 12 hours. It's interesting how that policy has changed over the years. I remember back in the day, like, what was the original limit? Like, you couldn't have a video, like, longer than 7 minutes or something? Maybe it was 15 minutes. Now the sun and rain shall meet, and the rainbow drop passes to thy keeping. Oh, sweet, I can go... Yeah, you need to move, bro. Thou has no business here. Get away. Bitch, I got Erdrick's token. Oh, he gave me the rainbow drop. I thought he was supposed to move away and give me the treasure chest. Alright, so let's go make a bridge, and I think that'll be a good winding down point. So what I'll need to do tomorrow, I'm going to need to obviously level. But that's fine, because I also need money so I can buy that really expensive shield. You got 4-hour videos of a guy talking about... I love those, though. I do watch a lot of theme park videos sometimes. What have I been watching a lot of lately? Oh, yeah. Horrible, horrible space videos that ruin any kind of romanticization of space. Yeah, maybe one day we'll be able to go to another galaxy. No, you won't. Ever. And by ever, I mean not you, just you, your species. It was treating me pretty rough, Sword saying. It was treating me pretty rough. But we've rescued the princess. We have Rainbow Drop. I'm not beating it tonight, but we pretty much just have the final boss left. So I'll be beating it tomorrow. You took... are you playing this too? So let's see, over here. Oh, you played the DQ7 one. I was gonna say, because about 2 hours ago is when I killed the Golem boss. There's a boss in this game that's the Golem. I don't know if you've ever played this or not before, or some version of this. How was the DQ7 remaster? Stop! Stop, game! Okay. Rainbow drop. Sarzac held the rainbow drop towards the sky. And made a bridge. And the enemies here are pretty fucking scary. Let me run, please. Oh no, I don't have any. I'm dead. I just have my gold. You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. It's fine. I have like 4 levels to go. It's fine. Has it been 2 years since you played Final Fantasy X? Oh, wow. That feels like... Okay, it doesn't feel like yesterday, but that does feel like maybe a year ago. Wow. Alright. We've gone over a bit. That's fine. We're gonna wrap the stream up, everybody. So, let me bring up the schedule. This is a schedule of lies, by the way. This is a schedule full of lies. So tomorrow we're going to begin day 4 of the Subathon. This is a 6-day event, 12-hour streams a day starting at noon. Tomorrow, the theme is supposed to be Sega Genesis 32X CD games. I promise you we will play at least one Genesis 30. We'll play at least one game tomorrow. We're going to beat Dragon. We're going to beat this. And then we're going to play some NES games. We're going to play some arcade games. We're going to play games tomorrow. I promise this. Friday, day 5 is supposed to be PC Engine TurboGrafx 16. We're gonna get one of each. I promise, one of each, so that I'm not a fraud. I am not a hack fraud. Friday will be PC Engine TurboGrafx 16 games. At 3 p.m. Central, my friend Pandemonia will be coming on for a collab. We're gonna be playing Shrine's Legacy, which is a newish Secret of Mana-like game. On Saturday, my actual birthday, the last day, the stream's going to start off with me and Finley Fish doing a collab for Operation Raccoon City. And then the rest of that stream is just going to be me playing N64 games. So, let's look at the chat goals and see where we are. We did not meet any chat goals today. That's fine, though, because we made more than I thought we would. And honestly, these last 5 are really hard to make, and that's intentional. But the next one, and we are coming up kind of close on it. How many points are we to the next one? The next one, we're 20 points away. We're at 230 points. The next one is at 250 points. And if we get that, we'll do a special stream reading aloud the Castlevania 2 novelization. 275 points, community gets to vote on a new animated emote. 300 points, I'll get a French-made outfit for my VTuber. Ooh la la. 350 points, I will learn how to beat Battletoads, which is an insufferable fucking game. And at 400 points, I'll do a 24-hour stream. Now, some things did happen today. Some things did happen. If you have a subscription to the channel, we did get a new emote. We opened up a standard emote slot, and I moved a previously exclusive bit emote to tier 1. So if you have a if you have a tier 1, you have access to this now. You have access to this. Which is great. Hey, Zero Elect. So that happened. I did not eat the McNuggets today. I did not eat them because chat wants me to have a camera set up to watch the pile of McNuggets for reasons, I guess. I'll try to get that set up for tomorrow since chat was so adamant about the camera. If you missed it yesterday, I did I did a self-portrait of myself and my PSO2 character in Mario Paint. Oh my god, look at these things. And then also I'll show this, some controversy. Ramses, I think you were here last night for this. But if you've been watching retro VTubers for a while, you've seen this before. A lot of retro VTubers have done this before, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. But I did that whole top 10 favorite games of all time list. And I did it without any kind of prep. Like, this was all spontaneous thinking. And while I'm really happy with the top 13, I would not change the top 13. That's perfect. Oh boy, were there some errors made with the rest of the games. Look at numbers 78 and 80. Look at 78 and 80. Super Mario RPG and Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh boy, those should be like in the top 20s, right? Look at number 65, Sonic CD. That's the first time Sonic appears on here. That should be much higher. I'm not crazy about Sonic, but I do really like the classic Sonic games, and the Sonic games I have on here should be higher. I also realized today there's a very important omission. A very important omission, and that's House of the Dead 2. So someone's gonna get the boot. Someone's gonna get the boot. It's probably gonna be Bram Stoker's Dracula. No, I did not forget Pit Fighter. Forget Pit Fighter like you forget syphilis. You don't. You voted for eating them today? Well, thank you, Zero. I would like to have gotten it out of the way. But I'm going to be cleaning this up, hopefully tonight. And I'm going to be adding my own graphics to it and everything and posting it on social media. I will post the template to my Discord, but if you're on Dot's Discord, that's where I found this. Neo Zero posted this in one of Dot's channels a few years ago for anybody to use. So if you're in Dot's channel, in Dot's Discord, and you want access to this, that's where you can find it right now. So, but I'll be cleaning this up. But I wanted to do it as a spontaneous exercise because I wanted to see, like, what would I forget? What would I, wrongly classify and kind of things like that, right? Because memory is a weird thing. So anyway, enough of that. We're going to raid out in a little bit. It's late and I'm tired. I got to eat and I got to do some stream stuff and I got to sleep and I got to go get some prescriptions in the morning. You know what I realized? You know why I've been feeling off all day? I just realized this. I didn't take any of my medication this morning. I forgot to take all my medications. No wonder I feel off right now. Whoops. I hope I don't die tonight. I'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and thank a few people specifically, and then we'll look for somebody. We'll look for someone to raid out to. But I want to thank Poncho Equipped for the bits, Rico Nico for the bits, Sarzac for the bits, Gamers Uplink for both the bits and the raid. It's Just Bill for the bits. Queen Veronica 327 for the gifted sub to Dot Level for the 5 gifted subs. X Cyan Glow X for the 5-month resub. Professor Hammerad for the gifted sub to Poe Collector 64. Velociraptor J for the 39-month resub. Poe Collector 64 for the raid. Nocturne Dustclaw for the raid. Kron 151 for the 500 bits. Zero Wise Man for the raid. Hexa Phoenix for the bits. Queen Veronica for the 3 gifted subs earlier. Who did those go to? Bert the Blast Man, Stuttergy, and New Game Pulse. Hexa Phoenix for the bits. Royce GG Gaming for the raid. Traby for the follow. Belly to Belly Frog Fashion for the follow. Retora Yokosha for the raid. Chamber Suit for the raid. And Rocker57 for the gifted sub. So thank you all very much for your generosity. Thank you for bringing your communities here. I won't be thanking my subscribers or Patreons by name tonight. We're going to do that at the end of the Subathon because it's one big list, and these events do get pretty tiring. I'm halfway done, and I'm pretty tired right now. So let's just look for a raid target real quick. Damn, somebody I was going to raid is off. Boom, 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 boom. Probably ending soon. How's about we go from one classic JRPG that a retro VTuber's been playing to another classic JRPG that another retro VTuber is playing. Dubious is playing Earthbound. Earthbound is beloved. Dubious is beloved. Yeah, I think we should go raid Dubious and Earthbound. I think it's been a while. I think it's also been a hot minute since I've raided Dubious. Yeah, it was sometime before Dawsember. God, it was yeah, it's been 2 months since I've raided Dubious. All right, let's raid Dubious. Dubious is great. All right, we're going to go raid Dubious. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Be good. Take care of yourself. Be kind to others. And I'll see you in about 12 hours. A little less. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you later.